Hello, my name is Mark Morton. I work for Mercia Group. I'm happy to be presenting this little session on behalf of Croner Taxwise. What we're looking at today is just a change from HMRC in relation to employees, tax-free gifts, that sort of thing. HMRC refer to these as trivial benefits. It was the case for many years, if you knew about it, and that was really the big thing, that there was a kind of unpublished, I don't know what you call it, concession way of working from the revenue, where they would accept that things like hampers at Christmas and so on were tax-free within certain limits under certain criteria. The slight issue with that, a lot of the criteria weren't published. As I said, you only knew about it if you knew about it. There was no specified monetary limit, so you could ring up one day and agree something with the revenue, following day you'd ring somebody else who wouldn't agree it, and so on and so forth. And so what HMRC have attempted to do is clarify that exemption for small gifts, as I said, trivial benefits. They've tried to clarify that within the legislation. So we have a change that for this tax year, 2016-17, so effectively from now onwards, under certain conditions, gifts to staff, office holders and so on are potentially tax-free. So what are the criteria? There are basically 4 initial criteria. The first one is that it's not what you're giving, so the gift is not cash or a cash voucher. Now, at that stage, that is a bit of a change from the previous concession that the revenue operated. They would never allow an exemption to apply to non-cash vouchers, so something like a high street retail voucher would not within the revenue concession. Now, just to repeat what I said a moment ago, the new element of this says that the gift cannot be cash or a cash voucher, so a voucher which is convertible into cash. So most retail stroke high street shops are not going to be cash vouchers. They're going to be goods only, so they're going to be non-cash. So you start to see vouchers are within this exemption that's been created. The second issue, not cash or a cash voucher, the second one is that the limit per annum is under £50 or £50 or below. It is not per year, I should say, it's per gift. So we're looking at a tax year. So theoretically, you are looking at more than one gift to a particular member of staff in a given year. And as long as none of those gifts breach £50 in isolation, then you could theoretically be having multiple gifts to staff within this exemption. There are some other criteria. Not part of a salary sacrifice arrangement is the third condition. That's something that the government have started to insert in quite a lot of the legislation, so that employers are not gaining a benefit by saying to a member of staff, actually, if you give up some pay, we replace it with a 50 quid gift, both of us are tax and national insurance better off, so that they're not allowing that. And the final thing, effectively not a contractual entitlement. So again, it's not a reward for service directly. So effectively we're saying under 50 quid per gift, not cash or a cash voucher, and not a reward for service, then potentially away you go. That's a one-off gift per year. And I suppose for most people, mainly to do with Christmas and maybe a hamper, or as I said, vouchers, something along those lines. You could extend it to birthdays, I suppose, anniversaries, and so on. Not to be confused, though, let's be clear with long service awards. Long service awards are a different set of rules, different criteria. So don't get confused, because long service awards is a 50 quid concept as well, but please don't get confused with that. Now, it may be some owner-managed businesses hearing about this would be thinking, right, okay then, so as long as I don't breach 50 quid, I can give my nieces, nephews, grandmas, granddads, extended family, all $49.50 for Christmas. I've got all my presents going through the company, and away we go. And of course, HMRC are not that stupid, it has to be said, and are slightly ahead of the game here. And there is a rule which looks at employees and office holders of closed companies. So particular rule for closed company owner managers and relations, and effectively saying if you as let's say a director attempt to give your family members, so related parties, as I said, brothers, sisters, blood relations amongst others, if you attempt to give those 50 quid and those individuals are not employees, so they're not being taxed in their own right, then potentially that gets added to your allocation. And you are given a £300 per annum limit. So for owner managers, staff members and so on of closed companies, then effectively what they get is a £300 per annum limit. So if I as father, I'm running the company, then there is a limit to obviously how many gifts I can give to how many family members. And effectively what you're saying is for close company shareholders, they have a £300 per annum limit on gifts which are made. Bear in mind they've got to meet the 50 quid threshold. So again, not really a huge planning exercise, it has to be said, and you can't give one gift of 300 quid because each gift has got to meet the 50 quid test as well. So not straightforward, not really a planning exercise, really there to do with genuine gifts to staff at Christmas and the like. And potentially what you've done for something like vouchers is change a taxable benefit or something which the employer paid the employee's tax and national insurance on historically into something which is not taxable. So if you were giving some vouchers to a high street shop at Christmas, you've gone from a potential tax bill for the employer and or employee to no tax bill at all. And obviously the bigger you are, the more employees you have, the more generous that becomes. That's the exemption in a nutshell. So Merry Christmas to you all, and I hope you get a little bit of planning out of that. Thanks very much.